Introducing VasoFlux for Men, packed with 12 powerful natural ingredients. VasoFlux for Men was created as a safe alternative to prescribed medicine and harmful gas station sex pills. Ingredients in VasoFlux for Men have been clinically proven to help increase libido, increase blood flow to the genitalia, increase energy, strength and stamina, strengthen erections, and aid in healing the body. VasoFlux for Men is made in an FDA-registered facility and is certified for good manufacturing practices.
And we're going to talk about Van Jones real quick. We're not going to watch this whole thing because I don't want to make y'all even more pissed. But
be a parent this morning. It's easier to be a dad. It's easier to tell your kids character matters.
Character matters.
It matters.
Oh.
Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters.
Well, Van, you work at a network that has done nothing but spread lies and misinformation for almost 4 years. And y'all got to understand, he's crying because they have been on a campaign to get rid of one man due to their own selfishness, due to the people behind the scenes pulling the strings. Well, let me guess what, Van Jones? When, let's say Biden wins, when your network numbers tank and no one gives a damn about CNN, you're going to be one of the ones on the chopping block, bro. You grown ass black men get on TV and make a complete embarrassment of yourself. You're crying because you and your comrades at CNN worked 3.5 years against one man. And you think that you've gotten away with it. Projected Joe Biden as winner, people. This is what I'm talking about. You black men don't cry for the black men whose lives are taken by other black men, children, lives taken by these people. But you crying because you have a Democrat, in your mind, you have a Democratic president in office again. CNN is going to fold completely if Biden wins, because what are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about? How are you going to clickbait people to watch your network? You people are some of the scummiest people I have ever seen. No one believes you. Your credibility is out the window. People are leaving. People are leaving. Your viewers are leaving. People are cutting the cord. They don't care about mainstream media anymore because they know how biased it is.
And it's easier for a whole lot of people. If you're Muslim in this country, you don't have to worry if the president doesn't want you here. If you're an immigrant, you don't have to worry if the president's going to be happier to have babies snatched away or send dreamers back for no reason. It's a vindication for a lot of people who have really suffered. You know, the I can't breathe. You know, that wasn't just George Floyd. That was a lot of people that felt that they couldn't breathe.
Wait a minute. So a lot of people were George Floyd? Somebody who was doped out of his mind? That, I feel like life shouldn't have been taken. I think an incompetent cop took his life, but he didn't make the situation any better. And you're saying that people just couldn't breathe because Trump was president, even though Trump's presidency had nothing to do with that incident? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You know, Van Jones comes off as a guy who probably got picked on a lot growing up because he was like the nerdy black kid that did his homework, went to school every day, probably got bullied. And you can tell these adults who never got over that, because to them, Trump represents the type of people who probably used to make fun of them, used to clown them. And you can tell. That's why he's crying. This is some sad shit. It really is. You're getting on TV and you're crying because another Caucasian man could possibly lead this country. You're not crying because a black man is getting power. You're crying because a Caucasian guy who's out of his mind is possibly president. Do y'all understand the mindset of these people? Watch some more of this disgusting display of weakery.
Every day you're waking up and you're getting these tweets and you just don't know, and you're going to the store and people who have been afraid to show their racism are getting nastier and nastier to you, and you're worried about your kids, and you're worried about your sister.
But Van Jones, you married a Caucasian woman. You have mixed kids, bro. Oh, man.
And can she just go to Walmart and get back into her car without somebody saying something to her? And you spent so much of your life energy just trying to hold it together. And this is a big deal for us just to be able to get some peace. And have a chance for a reset. And the character of the country matters. And being a good man matters.
Whoa.
I just want my sons to look at this. Look at this. It's easy to do it the cheap way and get away with stuff, but it comes back around.
You're right, Van Jones. When they find out that there's been cheating going on in this mail-in ballot BS, what goes around is gonna come around.
It's back around, and this is a good day for this country. I'm sorry for the people who lost. For them, it's not a good day, but for a whole lot of people, it's a good day.
You see that? He had to get that in there because he didn't want to make it seem like, yeah. Well, I don't have complete TDS. This is I mean, what more can I say, people? I mean, what more can I say? This is why this is the type of black man they're comfortable with. Somebody who sits up here and is crying. This is a guy who didn't marry a black woman. They weren't good enough for him. He had to go get him a Caucasian woman and marry her and have a family with her. But he's crying about people discriminating against him. Didn't stop you from marrying who you wanted to marry, Van. So why are you bringing it up now? You work at a network that has no respect for melanated people whatsoever. I saw that under Trump's administration. They didn't have no respect for black people. They displayed us in a very bad light. The lamestream media is going to collapse if there's no Trump. If there is no Trump, the lamestream media is going to cease to have any type of relevancy whatsoever. So he should be crying for the fact that CNN is going to lose a lot of viewership. Yes, they are. Now, I'm going to tell you how they're going to fill that vacuum. They're going to attack men very hard. They're going to go after men who are the red-pilled men. They're going to go after MGTOW men again. They're going to go after quote-unquote incels. They're going to go after men who are conservative. They're going to go on a campaign to try to deplatform as many people as possible because they know their viewership is going to dip, but that's not going to change anything. It's going to be too late by then. That is why you need to go to the alternative platforms. You need to go to like I have my own website. You can subscribe to my website. We need to make sure that these people are crying tears for the foreseeable future. And that's exactly what's going to happen to people like Van Jones and CNN. Because without Trump, no one watches you. No one cares about you. You can't fearmonger. How are you going to fearmonger with a Democratic president? How are you going to fearmonger? How are you going to get your views? Exactly.